Welcome to Autosport International 2019. We're here on the NMA stand, and what we've launched today is the new for 2019 Lotus Evora GT race car. Massive developments this year in aero and engine. What that's meant is we've been able to put out some projects to our students who've helped with the development of this car during their final year dissertations. So what does that mean? Let's do an aerodynamics project and look at that problem, or should we look at a powertrain project and that problem? Where in theory, actually, what comes from both of those is a big packaging issue. We've gone for a supercharged engine now, which means we have to look at heat rejection and also how we're going to cool the intake temperatures. That in turn has a big effect on the aerodynamics. So we've had students working on aerodynamic packages, powertrain packages, and we've had people looking at the overall packaging of that car. So what's new with the car? We've got an all new front bumper which aids cooling of the engine, cooling of the intake charge, but also we've got a lot more aerodynamic balance on the front of that car now. Before the old iteration of the car, we did have a new spec bumper that did help with starting to bring the aero balance forward. Unfortunately, in the past, we had to work to the 2011 Le Mans spec car and only develop where we could. So we did do some changes around the front of the car, and it gave us a new splitter, and we started to push that aero balance towards the front to help the front grip a bit more. However, we could only go so far with those designs and the bumpers we had. That meant we took a year out with the car, and there's a whole new design around that front bumper. Now our aero balance is almost close to 50-50 at high speed and mid-speed cornering, and we're really happy with that. Moving back from the front bumper, we have all new side skirts for this year, which really helps with the management of the air under the car. This helps keep the air under the car and flows it towards the rear diffuser, again helping with our aerodynamic package. So the second biggest change is with the engine. With this new engine now, we've gone to a supercharged engine. Our old engine was normally aspirated, and the torque profile was quite flat really. It was a good flat torque profile, but not from very low down in the rev range. You really had to rev the engine to get some good power out the top end of it. So we've moved to this supercharged engine. We've now a really flat torque profile from 2,500 RPM onwards. It really strong, pulls well. It's going to give us quite a bit of lap time. As we know, Lotus produce a really good chassis, so the handling and braking of the car was always exceptional. However, we really struggled with the aero balance through the high speed corners, mid-speed corners, but also with the power firing the car out of the corner and the top speed at the end of the straight. We think we've really dialed that in now. Initial tests are looking really promising, simulation results look really good, and we're ready for February to go and validate all the data at the race circuit. So that's a quick whistle-stop tour of the new designs on there. I hope you can all make it some races this year at GT Cup. Come and see the new Lotus in action.